Hello everyone, welcome back again to our channel. If you're new here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button because today's gist is so hot. So apparently, Governor Alex Otti dropped a bombshell about the so-called new government house that was commissioned by the previous administration. And what did he say? Just wait for this video and take a look.
When they're giving him a government house, you work for the government in what capacity, and you've been taking us on a tour which we had all the footage of. What did you see when the handover happened?
Well, thank you so much, Rufai. I'm the Chief of Staff to the Governor.
Okay.
I happen to have been among those that they handed over to. So when we came in here, we discovered that the only thing that was completed and somehow furnished was just the basement, the ground floor.
So, Abia State has literally been in a mess for years. We all know, no cap. I mean, how can a whole state be this underdeveloped and people still move like nothing is happening? But guess what? Ever since Dr. Alex Otti stepped in as governor, things are beginning to change. And in today's video, we are diving into one of the most shocking revelations Governor Alex Otti made. And trust me, most people don't even know about it. And the most interesting part is, he said it himself that he doesn't like talking about it because it's so embarrassing. But he still has to speak up because he was asked, like, how can a whole governor allegedly commissions a government house, furnish only the ground floor and leave the upper floors uncompleted, not even plastered?
What are you doing as regards?
Okay, you also talked about government house.
Yeah, government house. Yeah, and the specialist hospital.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened was that my predecessor commissioned an uncompleted building on the 28th of May.
Uncompleted building?
Uncompleted building on the 28th of May. I would also like you to see it. My people will take you to it. So, and it is supposed to be new government house. So what did he do? He completed the ground floor, finished it very well, put Italian furniture. I don't like to talk about it, but since you asked,
yes.
Put Italian furniture in the place, painted it, and commissioned it. Okay, so the bedroom. So after the inauguration, I went there. When I looked at the ground floor, I was very happy. But as I went to the first and second floor, they were not even plastered. No sanitary fittings, nothing. So that's fraud.
Really?
Yeah.
Imagine inviting people for a big commissioning ceremony, doing ribbon cutting, media coverage, and only the downstairs looks so fine and the upstairs looks like an uncompleted building. Are we joking here? And it doesn't even end there. Rufai Oseni, the popular RX TV anchor, actually visited that same government house recently and confirmed it with his own eyes. The man was so shocked. Upper floors left so bare, only downstairs packaged for photo and media coverages.
So we said, okay, before we sign off that the entire building is completed, let's undertake a tour of the facility and also take an inventory. They said no, that since we are a new government coming in, we should take our time, that they just want to tidy up since their tenure was over in order to, continue, that we could take another day to come around. So they introduced us to the contractor. So when we moved around, the contractor, they appointed the contractor, So when we moved around, we were shocked, just like you have also seen that apart from the basement, nothing had been, done that can really create that conducive and comfortable atmosphere for the governor of a state to come in here. And when we asked the contractor, he said, well, that he's also being owed.
How much was
it? Owed close to 500 million. And it's like we're coming to a state that virtually all the facilities, the infrastructure, the school, the hospital, everything was decrepit. So why would a reasonable governor spend that kind of amount to start fixing up where he's going to stay? So the logical thing is, since I have, that's what His Excellency was saying, the governor, Dr. Alex Otti, since I have a place at least God has blessed me with, I could stay, and seeing the enormity, of the challenges of the state and the kind of, infrastructural decay all across the state, the best is for me to stay in my own house and use those resources in order to take care of the very deplorable state of infrastructure, roads, hospitals, schools, and all of that.
So when will this be completed? Because we saw some factions. So for this room, for instance, I can see that the split in the wall was supposed to be here, and I can see some AC pipes left undone. So when is this going to be complete? This is just one of the rooms, and you said
first and foremost,
install the generator.
First and foremost, before we even get to the point of completion, because you see, prioritization is one key hallmark of this administration. You see for yourself that the people that claim that they built, a very, very comfortable state house for His Excellency, you can see for yourself that you cannot see anything like that. Now, when we also asked the contractor they engaged, how much do you think it will cost to put this up? That was in 2023. It was put at over 800 million. You can now factor in the current situation, the cost. That will be, in the range of over $1 billion, So, again, when you have a whole lot of infrastructural decay staring you in the face, you wouldn't think that it's a priority now to start fixing a place where His Excellency and his family will be staying. So the logical thing is the old government house is still there. Now, if you look at even this place, you look at the security issue. This is in a hilly place surrounded by roads, access roads, which are, public roads. So you can't even, if they had taken certain things into consideration, they wouldn't have even thought of coming here to build a government house. So His Excellency has already commissioned a contractor to be able to fix the old government house. And so that is the position.
So this one will be abandoned?
Well, it will not be abandoned. That's why this is a very responsible government. Also, a committee has been set up in order to repurpose this place. And there are a number of investors that will come around to see how this place
Governor Otti will not come here?
Well, of course, he's not looking at coming here. He's looking at making the most in terms of resource management to make sure that whatever facilities are left in the old.
Omo, how did we even get here? How did a state like Abia State with so much potential become one of the dirtiest, least developed and most mismanaged in Nigeria? But now let's give credit where it's due. Alex Otti really came in like a breath of fresh air. The man is calm, very calculated and focused. He's not here to play politics as usual. He's actually trying to fix things that were swept under the carpet. But here is my concern. Will this half-baked government house just remain like this? I mean, will we forget about it and move on as usual? Well, according to Alex Otti, they must complete it immediately. No abandonments this time. That project must be finished. Honestly, I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw a tweet that really got my attention. It hit so hard. The current government might also be complicit if nothing is done to hold the previous governor, Okezie Ikpeazu, accountable. Like, is Otti going to let this slide, or will there be consequences for what many are calling mismanagement of public trust and funds? What do you all think? Should there be investigations? Should someone be arrested? Or should we just move on and focus on rebuilding? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Meanwhile, listen closely to the video of Alex Otti speaking. It's very eye-opening. If you found this video very insightful, make sure to like, share and subscribe.
And I would like you, I've not put one dime.
No, are you going to probe your predecessor for that?
You have only 4 years. And when you get into some of these destructive things, you lose focus. I have too much work to do. Probing him is, of course, we called in KPMG at some point, and I'm sure you must have seen that, where they looked at one of the accounts, and they found that some 10 billion naira was drawn for a non-existent airport. So that's the only one. that we are saying, bring back our money or give us the airport.
But he says he's fixed the airport, that the airport is, that things are working with the airport.
Yeah, it's Audio Airport.
Audio Airport.
We've just flagged off the construction of the Abia airport. That's better. Probing is a waste of my time.
But the question a lot of people ask is, if you have an airport in Owerri, why do you need another Abia airport? That's always the argument. Does it make financial?
It's a good argument.
Does it make financial?
It's a good argument. But the truth about it is that when you go elsewhere, you find that in a place like Texas, how many airports do you have?
But
Julius Beja is my friend.
Yeah, you said you give it to your friend.
Who is my friend?
These are some of the things the opposition.
Okay, so let me.
We'll always say.
So you know what will happen?
Yeah.
I'd like you to go to Port Harcourt Road after this interview. Talk to people. That road had been abandoned for over 30 years. Nobody could fix it except Julius Beja, and everybody knows. So if you go to Abba and make this allegation, you probably not come back.
I'm a journalist. I just asked the question.
No. So what it is that it's not 5.8 kilometers. It's a dual carriageway. It is something else, and I would like you to just go there. So the allegation of the so-called opposition, because they couldn't fix it. So somebody has come to fix it. And every other person is very happy. And Julius Beja is handing over the project to me next week. And
How much does the project cost?
It has gone beyond the 30 billion.
So
it's actually somewhere about 36.5 billion now. Yeah, that's what it is.
And it's good use of money.
Absolutely. It's one of the most important parts of the Southeast, not just Abba. Okay, so virtually everything is made on Port Harcourt Road. It's a very long stretch of road.
Right.
I would like you to see.
No, I saw part of it while we were, coming here.
No, you've not gone to Abba.
No, I'm not going to Abba.
Port Harcourt Road is inside Abba, not Abba Port Harcourt Road.
Okay.
There's a Port Harcourt Road in Abba.
Okay.
That takes you from inside town all the way to the expressway.
Okay.
Okay, so, and everybody is happy. Even the opposition is happy.
Okay. Let's